Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Simeon Henderson Show where we're giving a voice to the people. We are in the beautiful city of Chicago that I love so much. And you know I'm Mr. Chicago, right? But we are at M Hub. And you're probably wondering what M Hub is, right? Well, this show is highlighting the journey that our young people at Ogden have been on their way to the first World Robotics Championship in Detroit, Michigan. That's right, I said World Championship in Detroit, Michigan. And there are 70 schools internationally. And Ogden is the only school from Chicago.
Yep.
So they're not
CPS.
they're the only CPS school. So they're not only making history for their school, they're making history for their city. And I'm sitting here with Amir, who's the marketing coordinator right here at M Hub. I'm going to let him tell you really quick what M Hub is and what they do because I didn't even know it existed. And I walked in this building and I was floored at what's going on and the opportunities not only our young people have, but anybody that has a creative idea or witty invention and that inspires to do something big, they can come to M Hub. Amir, tell the people about M Hub.
Thank you, Simeon. So M Hub is actually the world's largest and fastest growing innovation center focusing on product development. Basically what that means is we provide entrepreneurs, anybody that has a vision, we provide the startups, tools, resources, the network, the programming, the classes, everything they need, the community to actually create that product and make it come to life. So a lot of people, they have a vision, but they don't know how to actually bring it into market, how to produce it.
Right.
But when you come to M Hub with our community, we're able to help you bring it into market. So the way we do that is we have 11 prototyping shops with about $5 million in equipment. I believe almost $6 million actually in equipment.
Okay.
And anything from 3D printing to laser cutting to CNC machines. We have a large community, we have a network, we have mentors, we have a 40-course curriculum, everything that entrepreneurs really need to create their products.
Let me just say this. I walked through this whole place and I felt like I was in a scene from a movie. I mean, everything robotics to prototyping, engineering, patents and different things. I even saw the one machine where you put your hands in there and where they work with the
sandblaster.
Oh my God, it's awesome. So guys, we are here. This show is going to be awesome today because we're highlighting the young people and what's going on right here at M Hub and how they've given these young teenagers the opportunity to create, to build, to use their mind, to use their invention and it's just awesome because we always look at the kids and they're shed in a negative light, especially here in Chicago. So what we want to do is we want to show you and we want you to show your children and all the kids you know that, hey, there's something that they can do because these kids are very smart and they have ideas and inventions in them. At M Hub, they can bring it out. They need to come see my man Amir and big shout out to Bill, who's one of the co-founders.
Yeah, Bill Feenup.
Bill Feenup. I got to talk to him. Awesome. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and we're going to meet the kids, the young people from Ogden that are getting ready in 2 weeks to go to Detroit, Michigan. If you're watching this, you can go to their GoFundMe, which will be up, so you can support them going on this trip and doing something no other school in Chicago Public Schools are doing, and that's going to the first World Robotics Championship in Detroit, Michigan, where there are 70 plus schools internationally, but Ogden from Chicago is going to represent. Amir, thank you, brother.
Thank you, Simeon.
I
Thanks for
appreciate
having
you.
me.
Anything you want to leave the people with?
Yeah, go support Ogden. We've loved having them here. They're impressive, amazing kids, and they're working so hard to create their robot and to compete. So they're a great group of kids. Support them the best you can. GoFundMe.com. And then if you're interested in learning more about M Hub Chicago, mhubchicago.com.
There you have it.
Thanks, Simeon.
Thank you. You're watching the Simeon Henderson Show where we're giving a voice to the people. This is going to be an awesome night. Make sure you tune in. If you have any questions, make sure you leave them, comments. If you have anything that you want to talk about, you can inbox me or send it to SimeonHendersonShow@gmail.com. We're about to go check out the young people and what they're doing. We'll see you in a moment. All right, everybody, you're watching the Simeon Henderson Show where we're giving a voice to the people. You saw me talking to Amir earlier. He's the marketing coordinator right here at M Hub, and they're I can't say enough about this. Look at me. I'm in here trying to work. Not, I'm not doing any work. But I'm here because we're here to shed light on these young people, and they're called the Owlinators from Ogden International. They're going to the first World Robotics Competition out in Detroit, Michigan, where there were, what, 70 schools? 70, 70 countries. I stand corrected. 70 countries. They are the only CPS school, the only high school from Chicago Public Schools, Chicago, Illinois, that's going down there to represent. So they're not only making history for their school, but they're making history for our city. And before we get over to the kids and what they're doing, I want to introduce you to the coaches. I'm standing here with Paul, and I'm standing here with Cliff. These guys have dedicated their time and their services and their creative minds to help these young people get to where they're going. And real quick, if you see right here, this little robot that they've created, it's called, what is the name, guys? Rojo. It's Rojo. I call it, it's a girl, right? Yes. I call her Rojo the Rover. Okay, so let's start with you, Paul. What are you doing with these young people?
So my role is the head coach. So I'm the guy that supposedly brings some experience, some wisdom, if you will. My background, I'm an electrical engineer. I used to teach college engineering. Retired now, so now I'm building robots. These guys start out every year. The objectives are different, so it's a different game every year, if you will. We start out on the kickoff day with a blank sheet of paper. Right. We don't know what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to pick things up. We're going to have to put things in places. And they've got a certain amount of time that they've got to design, build it, debug it, because we know it's not going to work the way it looked like on paper and so forth. And then, we go to competition. This is engineering at its best. This is thinking out of the box. You got to take a blank sheet of paper. You got to figure out how to make something happen.
And that's where I'm so intrigued. Now, did you hear what he said? They took a blank sheet of paper and he said, "Look, create. You have to make something happen." Me personally, I'm an athlete. I'm an entertainer. I'm an actor and all those things. But I've never been, and I wish I had these opportunities afforded to me and allotted to me as I was growing up. I didn't have these opportunities, so engineering I wasn't privy to this type of knowledge. And what you guys are supplying these kids with is priceless. Because, guys, they're in M-Hub where people come in here with their inventions or their ideas and the things that they want to put into the world. And some of these kids are interning with them already, and they're juniors in high school. Okay? So, man, what you guys are doing is that you're really giving these young people the opportunity to spread their wings and just go to a whole nother level that they never knew about.
Employers beat a path, and colleges beat a path to these kids' doors.
Yes,
they really do.
You hear that?
This is exactly the kind of thing that employers are looking for: problem-solving skills.
So, young people, if you're watching, parents, if you're watching, employers, that means people are hiring and paying top dollars for your children or you to solve problems and make a difference. Okay? So, Cliff, what are you doing with these guys?
I'm a coach. I actually oversee our program for Ogden. We have teams in 3 different leagues. Paul's team is actually the ones going to World Championship. And my role is to make sure that everybody gets something out of it. Make sure that our kids are getting value for their time. Make sure that Paul, who volunteers this time, just like all of our coaches, goes home feeling as though his time was well spent.
Wait a minute. You just said a word that just registered with me and resonated with me. You said you guys volunteer?
Yeah.
All of us.
So wait, nobody's paying you time to come in here every day and work with these young people and help build them up, pull out their creativity, and help them to get to the next level, and you're doing it for free.
Yeah.
See?
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about. That right there, these men have dedicated their time and services and made a commitment to stay faithful and focused on the goal of these young people becoming world champs. And that is priceless.
Let's not take anything away from the time and effort that
Oh,
they're
no,
putting in.
we're coming
I mean,
to that.
I'm
We're coming to
volunteering
that. See that?
but look at them. They're the stars.
We're
Never
coming
mind
to them.
me. Look at them.
Look, we're coming to them. This is your time right now, Paul. Right now, we're talking about what you did. Now, hey, but I love that. And that's what it's about. And I know when I talk to you, Cliff, when I talk to you in person on the phone, I know and I get that it's all about the kids. And that's what I'm so happy about. So, guys, if you're watching this, we want you to support the Owlinators of Ogden International. They're going to the first World Championship of Robotics in Detroit, Michigan, the weekend of April 24th. And we need you to go to the GoFundMe. What is the GoFundMe?
GoFundMe, Ogden Robotics Team.
There it is. And we're going to put it up on the screen. So it's GoFundMe, Ogden Robotics Team. Whatever you can give. I don't care if it's $1, $5, $100, whatever you can give is going to be towards these young people going to make history. And now enough of that. You've met Paul. You've met Cliff. You know me. And we're going to introduce you to the team that's going down to Detroit to make history. And you know that's the Motor City, right? So they're going to be motoring on down. All right? So I'm Simeon Henderson with the Simeon Henderson Show, where we're giving a voice to the people. I'm going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back, and we're going to meet the Owlinators of Ogden International. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Simeon Henderson Show, where we're giving a voice to the people. I told you earlier we're at M-Hub, and where we are representing and we are promoting the Owlinators. They are the Ogden International SHS Robotics team, and they're going to the first ever World Championship of Robotics in Detroit, Michigan, where they will compete. What is it, over 70 countries?
Yeah,
Against 70 countries, right? So let me tell you like this. Oftentimes the stories in the media are highlighted and it's showing our young people in negative lights where they're doing malicious or salacious things and they're just negative. Well, at the Simeon Henderson Show, we strive to uplift them. We want to inform and spread positivity amongst the community. So today we highlight an inspiring and positive story about our youth, okay? So on this show, we had to bring out these young people where these young men and women, they are going down to represent their school, and they're going to make history not only for their school, but for the city of Chicago as they go down and represent at the first World Robotics competition in Detroit, Michigan. Did you hear what I said? They're the only CPS school. So without further ado, I want to introduce to you the Owlinators. You met the coaches, Cliff and Paul, earlier. Now you get to see the people behind the rover and the other robots that's been built. So I'm going to start. My first question to you guys is this. Everybody that's watching, make sure if you have any questions or comments, make sure you leave them, and you're going to have a chance to help donate to the trip, which goes down the weekend of April 24th, okay? So, where did this all begin? Robotics? I grew up on the west side of Chicago, in the hood. To me, robotics was unheard of. I had an Atari. That's the only thing I knew about computers, okay?
Right.
So, where did this start for you guys?
This all started one day after school in
Speak up.
This all started one day after school in our science teacher's classroom. Mr. Ng, he held a meeting after school for people who are interested in robotics, and most of the people you see here were there. So from the beginning, we were freshmen, and coming into it personally, and I know for most of them, we didn't know a lot about robotics, but we knew we were interested, and it's also a great way to like make new friends. So we decided to join, and ever since we just have became a family.
Okay, so now look at this, guys. I'm standing here with you guys. I know you guys. I've worked with you guys for the past 3 years. Everybody knows I work in education with the young people as a mentor. Now I'm looking at M-Hub. This is huge. You guys are in here with people who own companies, who's starting up their own companies, bringing their inventions to life and things like that. Where did you guys start off working with robotics? Because you didn't start off here. Where'd you start off?
So we started off actually in Ogden's East Campus boiler room. They gave us a little room down there for us to build robots similar to this size. Then a year passed, we came over here to M-Hub, where they had a kickoff event showing us what the season was going to look like, what the game challenges and all that stuff were. After that, we didn't notice, but Clifton, our coach, he went around and talked to Bill Feinup, one of the co-founders here at M-Hub. He got a tour, and I guess they wanted us here. That's pretty much how we ended up here, though.
Okay, so everybody, I know you guys are watching. I hope you guys are paying attention to what these young people are saying. But I need you to tell the people who you are. So this is Isaac, and this is Ola. So tell them who you are. And every time you talk, guys, make sure you give them your name so they know who you are.
Okay. So my name is Isaac. My position on this team is the lead mechanic builder, basically.
My name is Ola. My position on the team is I'm part of the building team and marketing team.
I knew he was part of the marketing team because he got glasses on. I mean, he's like good with numbers, right? See? Go ahead.
Yeah. My name's Oscar. I'm a part of the programming team, and I do most of the controls.
So what does this mean to you? So tell people, okay, act like you're talking to me.
All right.
I don't know what you're talking about. So most of the people out there, they might not know. So when you talk about you're in charge of the controls, I understand that means you're controlling the robots.
Yeah.
So let people know what's that like.
So coming into this, I knew basically nothing about programming, which was a bit daunting to learn a whole language within these 3 years. But I've learned progressively, and basically what I do on the team is I program the robot to where we can control it with easily considering what we need to do for the game, as well as to accommodate for the drivers, how easily it is to drive it. So everything you see here, this is the controls for the FRC robot. You have multiple components like the PDP, power distribution, the computer of the brain, and these little components that control each part of the motor. So my job is basically to put this all together, attach it to a battery, and make it move using a controller. And yeah.
So what you're saying, if I take this, I can, I'm not going to do it. I can make this thing move, go turn right, left, fast, back, forward, and things like that. Kind of like a video game.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I know you guys are good at. Right? Okay. All right. So you met Isaac, you met Ola and Oscar. I'm going to move out the way and bring you on in here. Tell everybody who you are and what you do.
I'm Lewis. I'm the leader of the CAD designing team. Do a little building and help out with coding where I need to, right? And so designing, before we go into the game, we don't just like straight out build. We just have to like really plan. So we have this computer program called SolidWorks that we generously donated some accounts to, and with that we design how a robot should look, and then we make it come to life. So like these parts, we would put it out onto the program, and then after we see like, oh, it fits like this, that works, and then we would start building it, and that's what I mainly work on. But
all right, Lewis, thank you.
Hi, I'm Jonathan, and along with Lewis, I also do the computer program. So like he said, we design the parts within the computer program to see how they can fit on the robot, how they can interact with the game. And like Lewis said, we were donated these programs, $100 programs. You know, we got like 26 licenses, so which is a couple thousands of dollars, all donated because we're all donation run team. All the stuff you see right here was through donations. Very expensive pieces of hardware. Oscar, do you know how much this is?
$300.
$300. So like we were all funded. Like Simeon said at the beginning, we have a GoFundMe. If you guys would like to generously donate, that would be very helpful for our team, and we'll appreciate it so much.
And where can they find the GoFundMe?
You can Google Ogden Robotics Team GoFundMe. It should be the first one, and you should see our picture of our mentors and our fellow teammates. Yeah.
Okay, Jonathan. And this young man, Jason, step on up and say something to the people.
All right, my name is Jason, and I work on the building team. I help out with Isaac and everybody else who builds the robots that we have.
Okay,
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah.
A man of few words. Okay, so now you've met everybody. They told you what they do. Now, guys, I want the people to really get a feel for how, because I know how passionate you guys are about this. I got to walk around this place for the past hour before we even start shooting the show. And seeing, like, I get the chills because I'm excited for you. And I see your excitement. What makes you so passionate about the robotics field and being able to go to this national competition?
I just like I think that on top of the label that we can say that we're the only representing team in CPS, and along that we can say that we're Ogden Robotics team, I think it's the knowledge that goes into it that really excites me every day. Like knowing the language, knowing a language such as programming is such a valuable skill, especially in this time period.
Mhm.
And at least for me, I love how I've been able to connect the things that I learned in robotics to actual real world applications. Like during the spring, me and Isaac and a few others were thinking of building our own go-karts, thinking of building our own drones, and this has all been able to be because we were able to comprehend the language that is engineering and what we've been able to learn throughout these 3 years, that we've been able to grow together and learn through our mentors, through external sources, through MHub that has granted generously people that are more knowledgeable in areas that maybe we might not have. So all this has really excited me just to continue and prosper and learn in the subject.
And to piggyback off of what Oscar said, going to Worlds itself is just like an experience like we will never forget. Like so many teams would love to say that they've went to Worlds and we're able to, and it's the experience we'll never forget. And on top of that, doing robotics isn't just us like building a robot and writing code for it. It's more to it, and it's the stuff we're learning here is what will help us when we go to our future careers and in the real world. Like it's not just coding. We're learning how to market, how to talk to people, how to build connections, relationship, exactly. Be since we're getting ahead of the game because most teenagers or some teenagers are in their house playing their video game. But with this, we're able to build, be knowledgeable, learn something from it, and it will benefit us in the future going to colleges, getting internships, and we'll just be more prepared for the real world, in my opinion.
So you hear that? While you're at home playing video games and watching TV, they're building them, right? They are the creators. And I always tell people, don't only be inspired by history, but be inspired to make history. And you guys are making history. The first robotics team in CPS school history to go to the nationals is history. And you guys are a part of history. Your names will be etched in the books, right? So that's a great thing. Now here we go. As we're talking about the different things, guys, don't forget that you can Google Ogden's robotic team and go to the GoFundMe page where you can help them in their benefits to going to the World Robotics Championships down in Detroit, Michigan, the weekend of April 24th. So they need your help. Every little bit counts. I don't care if it's $1, if it's $5. Some of you can go ahead and spend all your cigarette money. So that's about $100 a week. Okay? So we need you guys to really, really, really support the Ogden International, the Owlinators. We need your support. So let me ask you guys this. So you guys have come up with your concepts, right? Mm-hmm. And you're building them and you're getting them ready. So we see the rover, and then I know you guys have one that you can't unveil until the day of the show, the competition. Okay? But let me ask this question. What is it like, the commitment that you've made? Because I know you still, some of you guys are in IB, right? Those are all honors classes and things like that. So what is it like having to make a commitment not only to school and being successful, but now making a commitment to the team?
Jonathan, do you want to speak?
Well, yeah, so at the beginning, when all of us talking about we started in the boiler room, we would only meet twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, spend an hour. But now, 2 years later, it's evolved into 5 days a week, you know, Monday through Thursday and our Saturday. Like Ola said, we could have had our Saturday to ourselves doing whatever we want. But at this point, like Ola said, we're a family and just like one big family working on one collective thing. It just, we're just here, happy, trying to figure out the problems. You know, like any family, we do fight. That's just part of the process. You can't have anything worthwhile if you don't struggle for it. You know, through struggle, we've become better. So it's just like the commitment we made is because we truly believe in it. It's our passion, and we wouldn't waste 5 days of our week if we didn't truly want to do this. You know, personally, I want to go into a STEM field, and this is perfect for a STEM field. I'm sure you guys can relate. I know a couple of you guys want to go into engineering, stuff like that. So this is a perfect opportunity for us. And just like Ola said, it is preparing us for our future. So it's not just we like robots. Yeah, we love robots, but it's also we're making the connections, we're learning the skills, and just everything. So
Yeah.
the trade-off, what we give, the trade-off is tremendous.
Yeah, and a few of us are in full IB. Some of us take courses, the two IB courses.
Tell the people what IB is.
Yeah.
Because everybody don't know what that is.
So we're in one of the most rigorous programs, the IB diploma program, and I know some of us take full IB courses while others take some. But I know personally that I've stayed up on top of all my schoolwork. I try to get as much of it done right away so that I can study programming at like midnight. And like honestly, it would seem like I'm pushing myself, but like I'm pushing myself because I want to. Like I know that I've stayed up Friday nights and like some of my teammates have called me like just to like chill, but I've just been there programming, like learning new stuff and learning how to apply these things. And like most others see me like struggling and whatever. Like my parents have said that like I've been struggling, but no, I just generally enjoy the subject and generally enjoy learning about this, so I can do it in the actual next day in robotics. It's just really fun.
And like what Oscar said, hard work really does pay off. Like freshman year, we were in the boiler room. We really didn't get any support from our school, but we knew this is what we liked, and we continued to pursue it. And 3 years later, now we are at M-Hub. We're working on way bigger robots, and we just have grown a lot through these years, and we have just accumulated a lot of life skills that will help us on in the future. So if you are passionate about something, even if it's not going well or you don't understand it fully at first, just continue to work on it, and you will see results at the end.
They are what I call, I always say be symbolic. And if you guys have seen me wear shirts and things, but be symbolic means simply be your best. It means being deeply rooted stimulates growth. So what you guys are doing, you guys are digging down into it's like seed time and harvest. When you plant something and you water it, you cultivate it, you nurture it, it's going to do what? It's going to grow. Same thing goes with your mind, your heart, whatever you put your desire into. When you put what you put in is what you get out. And the people that can't get with that, if people aren't ready for your greatness, you have to move past them. Because I always tell young people, there's going to become a separation between you and some of your friends. And that's not because you think you're better than them. It's because you're going on a path and you're doing something that they're not doing. So if they can't get with it, you guys have to get around like-minded people, which what you've done. You can still have friends, but what you're doing is you're building towards your future, towards a brighter and better future and a lucrative future. And you're going to be able to pay it forward and help someone like your coaches and M-Hub are helping you. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So you guys watching this, I hope you guys are really getting this. This is so important. We spend so much time watching so much negativity on the news, on the internet, and all these different things. Now here's an opportunity for you to see young people, our future, doing something great. And they are going to a level that they probably never even thought of, but now they see it. So let's help them get it going. Go to the GoFundMe, help them out, make sure you support them. The Owlinators, they are the Ogden International Robotics team going to Detroit, Michigan the weekend of April 4th, actually 24th. It's from Wednesday to Saturday, right?
Yes.
And so they're going to be down there and they're going to be working to bring home the prize. And I think they can do it. I think they have what it takes, and they're working hard to do it. So, guys, what do you want to leave the people with? I need you guys to leave the people with. I said what I had to say. We've listened to what you said. We listened to your coaches. We know what you're doing. What do you want people to take? I want everybody to give somebody a takeaway. Our people watching.
I just want to say none of this would have been possible if it wasn't for the generosity of our mentors. We owe them everything. And we owe the people everything. The people have donated to us, believed in us. And, that just means the world that people take their time, like Simeon was saying in the beginning, like the volunteering. Like, they don't have to be here. They're not getting paid. But because they believe in us and they see potential in us, that just means everything to me. That they take their time and, they could have been doing something else. But instead, they're here with a couple of high schoolers on a Thursday working on robots. And I just want to thank all of you for that. None of this would have been here. We would have been here, and you've given us a great gift.
Okay. And I just want to say for everybody out there, whatever your niche is, whatever you are interested in, even if you're not 100%, like, even if you're not like confident in it, just continue to practice. Don't let anybody bring you down. Just continue to practice, and you will see the hard work pay off at the end. And yeah, that's all I have to say.
If you're not sure, this is our our first year going into a competition of this scale, and it's a huge thing to imagine that you will be doing this. You will be doing what teams have been doing for 20 years with mentors that are professional engineers that have been doing things with NASA. But we're here in Ogden School, high school, that really has never done anything like this. And even though we're a robotics team, we're still not as recognized throughout the school because, you know, robotics and engineering, it just doesn't amount to that, sadly, in our time when sports is such a relevant thing. So, I mean, despite what you're involved, like you said, if you enjoy it, go for it, and just hold yourself accountable for your own things and be a part of a team.
Yeah. I'd like to stress the fact that you should try something new, because when I first joined this, I didn't know I think that I would like it. Ended up liking it, and through the years, actually got me internship here, which has helped me for my future and do more when I grow up and stuff. So just try things, new things. It's always good.
And don't be shy. Make connections, because you'll never know when you'll need somebody for help or when you could help somebody else. So just reach out to people. Don't be afraid to communicate. You guys can help each other out in the future.
There you have it, everybody. Jason, you want to say anything? Man, a few words.
I mean, I joined the robotics team, or the FRC team, this year, early in the year, in around December. The only other robotics experience that I had was back in sixth grade, or 6th or 7th grade, where I was on the FLL team, which is our Lego League, first Lego League team, with a few friends of mine that I went to elementary school with. And I mean, even just me being here for the short period of time that I've been with these guys, it's just been such a tremendous experience, very eye-opening, especially in terms of what I want to do when I go to college. I used to just want to become a doctor, get my doctorate in something, but now biomedical engineering is something that I look as more of a possibility now that I know the things that I know, and I've had the experiences that I've had here.
You never know when knowledge could be useful to you.
Yes.
There you go.
Is there any way that we could get the camera to have a good look
we're gonna do all that.
This here?
We're gonna do all that.
Here's what I'd like
I
to
love
point.
Paul.
This is what I want to point out. Now, when you get to see all of this here, they didn't haul this stuff out just to impress the camera today. This is the stuff that they're working on every day. Now, I'd like to ask a question of the team here. 2 or 3 years ago, did you understand how any of this worked?
No.
Did you think that you ever would understand how this stuff works, from the computer to the power controllers? We've got video, we've got pneumatics, we've got software, yet you're doing it. This is engineering, this is education. You're learning big-time skills that's going to get you into engineering school, that's going to get you started on a real career. This is happening. A couple of years ago, you couldn't even fathom doing this, and now you can do it in your sleep.
And we will give you guys an up-close and personal look at some of the things that they're doing. Isaac, you want to leave the people? Some of you are the only one that didn't say anything yet. You good?
Yeah.
Okay. Cliff, you want to leave the people with something, or you good?
You know what? I'll go a step further than Paul. I see some of these kids doing stuff that I don't understand. I mean, Oscar's literally at the point. We all decided to try to, as a team, to try to learn Java, a new computer programming language, about a year ago. I cannot teach Oscar anything about Java. He's gone beyond what we know, and he's learned that from the community.
Time, commitment, and effort. Perseverance. Right?
Yep.
So, hey, guys. We're standing here in M-Hub with the Owlinators, the Ogden International Robotics team, as they get ready to go and prepare for the World Championship, where there are 70 countries competing in Detroit, Michigan. It's coming up in a couple of weeks, but they need your support, your help. They are about to make history, not only for their school, but for the city of Chicago, as they're the first and the only CPS, Chicago Public School, to do this and make history doing it. So we need your support. Don't forget, Ogden International GoFundMe for the robotics team. It's going to be awesome. You guys know what I always say. I always say Philippians 4:13, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you, or whatever your faith, wherever it takes you, whatever you believe in, you have to take that to heart and be symbolic. It means being deeply rooted stimulates growth. Simply be your best in everything you do. And I just want to give a big shout out to my executive producer, Jamani Anamdi in Miami, Florida, my producer right here, Jose Perez. And I want to thank M-Hub, Bill, Amir. I want to thank the coaches, Paul, Cliff, and all of my guys. I see what you're doing. I love what you're doing. This is where we're giving a voice to the people, and we're showing that the young people of tomorrow, they have great ideas. They have a plethora of skills, and they can go to the next level, and they will go to the next level. But we also need your support and help to do it. Okay? So, thank you for tuning in, and we're going to end the show, but we're going to show you, you guys are going to get to see exactly what they're working on. So take a look at it. Look, applaud it, enjoy it, love it. It's their hard work. And I thank you guys so much for giving me the opportunity to come in and talk to you and shed some light on this world, because there's so many negative things going on. And I thank you guys for what you do and being a part of the Simeon Henderson show, okay? So, hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in. And Jose is going to let you check out what's going on over here. So I'll see you next time. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you share with your friends. If you have ideas, you want to be on the Simeon Henderson show, you can hit us up, you can inbox us, and let us know that you want to get in tune. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and we'll see you next time. Peace.